My name is Dr. Samuel Afosan. I am entrepreneur, business strategist, and management general. This platform is called Dr. Samuel Afosan's Lunchesd. On this platform is an educative one. We create, we inform, and make sure Ghanaians are aware what is going on in their own country. And the best way they can also contribute. It is important to come into the national discourse and discuss issues that is affecting the nation. On today's classes or today's lectures, I create a topic called questions surrounding the launched Igbo school in Ghana. And what do you think about it? Again, question surrounding the launched Igbo school in Ghana. And what do you think about it? That is the topic of today. We want all Ghanaians to pay particular attention of what is going on in their own country. As a matter of fact, they all knew, some of them know about it. The Igbo king had launched a school in Ghana. That is the topic we are going to discuss today. And I also want you to contribute, and you want to give your comments about what you think about it. Somehow, somewhere, Igbo King platform, which is the Igbo Foundation, claimed that they have launched Igbo school in Ghana to teach Igbo children about their tradition or culture. Nothing wrong about that. It is not enough, as I may say, just that you want to open a school around particularly ethnic, language, or identity. This is what I see. What is more important is to ask, what is the minimum or Ghana minimum requirement set for you to open a language school, culture, or tradition school? Ask yourself, to open a private school or language and cultural center in Ghana. It should be or to meet the minimum requirement set by NISA. NASIA is National Schools Inspectorate Authority in Ghana, and the GES. So, if you could recall, when the Igbo school was launched, the Igbo king in the other videos said they have launched a school in Ghana. There are other videos also, may recall, show the Igbo children in the Igbo classes in Ghana. All of them confirming that they've set up an Igbo school running in Ghana. So you have the videos for the classes, the Igbo king himself confirming that, and then also their website, 3 places, all confirming the Igbo school in Ghana. That was why I wanted to draw your attention to the Igbo school launch in Ghana. for discussions, and when we have to ask as to whether they meet the Ghana's minimum standards set by the regulatory body, NASIA, and Ghana Education Service. That is what we are going to discuss now. So, in the first place, registration and licensing, that is item number 1 we are going to discuss. As to whether they are registered and been licensed by the NASIA, National Schools Inspectorate Authority, the regulatory body, and the Ghana Education Service, whether they've done that. If they have not done that, but they're still operating, we are calling attentions of Ghanaians and all the authorities in Ghana about what is going on, the word school. Now, we come to curriculum approval. The next term on the item is a curriculum approval. Has the Igbo school been given a curriculum approval? Curriculum approval, I mean language school and its curriculum should align with Ghana Education Standard, Education Service Standard, and International Framework Standard before you get in a curriculum approval. Now, the next step also on our list is safety facilities. We have to ask ourselves, does the Igbo school pass through and have received approval for safety requirement by local assemblies? These are quite a little bit in doubting, because the local assembly made of district and local Ingo Pram areas have rejected the Igbo King's acclaim, etc. and etc. So that is how I was a little bit doubting about the assembly going ahead to give them approval on the facilities as I mentioned. The next one also is the standard language. Does the Igbo language or Igbo school qualify under standard of language? When we say standard of language, English is one standard language. Even in fact, Ghana or Nigeria, our first language is English. It's used all over the world. It's a standard and had a curriculum. We all write exams in English. The next one we talk about Arabic. Arabic is a standard and language, foreign international language. Because of Islam and the tradition, Islam all over the corners of the world, and the religion all pray in Arabic. So Arabic, as we said, is a framework, international standard. Everywhere you go, Islam is there, and people pray in Arabic. And in Arabic, for the sake of Arabic, it is international language and it meets the standard. When you come to French, Alain Français is curriculum. What do we say? Alain Français, they have a curriculum that you write exams, and everywhere in the world is a standard English. We take a language that are not even written on the board. We have a Spanish and Chinese, Mandarin. When because of what? Businesses in Africa and Asia, everywhere, Mandarin is learned. And if you wanted to have the curriculum, it comes under the Confucius Institute. And at the same time, German language comes to Goethe Institute. These are international languages. Does the Igbo language per se meet international standard? No. Even in Nigeria, the official language is English in Nigeria. The official language is English. So Igbo does not meet the official language here. And why declaring it as a school is another question we shall all ask ourselves and ask our authorities to act fast over this issue surrounding the Igbo school launched. Now, we come to the next one, enforcement. As a matter of fact, the enforcement, the National School Institute Authority, they said in one of the articles posted by Graphic Online, said starting from January 2024, they will make sure they will be strictly on enforcement. NASIA strictly on enforcement. You said in January 2024, starting from January 2024, you start enforcement. Strictly. People must comply. Schools must comply. Igbo school is a school. So had they complied, you have to enforce and let the public know. Ghanaians want to know enforcement. Make sure they had done everything right. Because if not, they are still now operating. As I speak to you now, they are operating the school. And for the record's sake, one must first be licensing. One must first get approval. One must first register before you begin operation. But now, they are operating. You can have Igbo Cultural Center or Igbo language classes or Igbo cultural lessons or Igbo cultural classes, etc., etc. No problem. But when you have something like Igbo school, Igbo academy, Igbo basic school, Igbo international school, then it's something else. We make it clear to you. So it comes of enforcement. The next item is we come to talk about the Ghana Constitution. We all know Ghana is under a constitutional republic that grants each and every one of us or foreigners the freedoms. There are freedom. Freedom for you and those who live in Ghana to associate. The Constitution grants that. Freedom for you to practice your culture, your religion, etc. and etc. Freedom for you to teach and learn any language. Now, listen, privately in Ghana. We grant all this freedom. That is your freedom. We want to be fair to you. Freedom to associate. Freedom to practice your own culture, your own religion, etc., etc. Freedom to teach and to learn your culture. In Ghana, privately, as the Constitution demands, we give that to you. But we have a problem here. Problem is the school. School is the problem. Once it is a school, you what? You are introducing a foreign agenda. That is introducing a foreign tribal identity politics into our system, which is very dangerous. When it comes to school, it doesn't fall under this no more. But when it comes to school, it's where we have to check all this in. All this. So I want everybody to think about it. As I said, I want your contribution. I want to raise awareness for people to pay attention. Something started a little bit like a school, but before you know it grows to be a different thing altogether. In view of the up and downs of the Igbo king himself, his attitude and it's the way he does his things. Today this and tomorrow that. So it's raising awareness and people to be vigilant about this school issue. That's why we're taking time to explain, to discuss. What the constitutional grant is here. I've said it. You have the freedom to associate and do whatever you want to do privately. But when it comes to the school issue, that means you are introducing something else. Foreign tribal identity politics into our business. Foreign language enclave. Weakening Ghana's curriculum positions. And introduce something new. So we want everybody to poke up his nose as to have the clarity. I said, they claim the school on the videos, on the websites, and he himself said it. That's what their intentions. So let's draw the distinctions here and be clear. If it is a school, we call on authorities first. Call to action. We call on the Minister of Education. When they say we have to use Ghana mother tongue, the language, local language to teach in our schools. Igbo is not one. Igbo is a foreign language. It's a foreign tribe. It's a foreign culture. If it's a school, it's not teaching Ghanaian language in the school. So we call the minister to look into that. Minister, we beg you to look into that. Honorable Idris, please, we beg you, Honorable, we beg you to look into this. Let's not overtake things oversight. No. Now, we call also on His Royal Majesty. His Royal Majesty, Honorable the Ghanaians, Ni Teku Churu. Ghana, you are the king. You are the chief on the land. And somebody is teaching, making a school, and it's not teaching Ghana on your land. We want to draw attention to this. It's very serious. Let's not take it as a joke. So help us and go into that. Put your feet down on that school issue. Then we call on a honorable man. Everybody knows he's in the front line fighting hard. Honorable Dr. Hassan Ayariga. We know you're already on front line, so we are also reminding you, as a matter of fact, to also continue your fight, especially over this school issue, as to whether they've gone through. Let's follow up. Let's follow up. All Ghanaians, let's follow up. Then I call on all Ghanaians to be vigilant over this issue, school. Let's not have it as something that we ignore. Let's take it seriously. As they make the clear decisions of where we stand. I said there are videos out there, you can see them yourself when they are claiming it's a school. So we're also showing the constitutional side, which grant peoples, and not only them, but we knew we have foreigners in our countries, being Indians or what have you, whatever foreigner they are, or Pakistanis, or let's say the Chinese, etc., etc. They all have the constitutional right. We state the constitutional rights they have. But then when it turns to this side, it's a different issue. So we all have to pay attention and get the clarity clear. Go. And then that's what finally, Igbo school launched in Ghana. What do you think? I want to comment. Let the comment comes. And tell me what you think. If you have any question, throw them down there. Share this platform. Let people know that this is going on in Ghana. We have to, matter of fact, we all have to wake up and work and help Mother Ghana. We know the clarity. Help Mother Ghana. So that this issue will be solved once and for all. It's not only the Igbos are looking, it's not only the Nigerians are looking, but other tribes are in Ghana. They also have the right to stay in our country. Let's try the distinction. So I want your contribution more and your comments more. Make sure you share. You share and you subscribe. Hit the likes button, So anytime we upload any video, you'll be the first person to get it. Now, I greet you and bye-bye.